house, great question, by the way, Daniel. If we're wholesaling a house and those folks are going to get a check back, we're not paying the closing costs for them because they're going to be getting cash. It's a wholesale deal. Mrs. Jones won't take terms, but she wants $40,000 cash for her house. Well, guess what? She's going to be getting a check. I'm not paying her closing costs. If we're going to buy a house on terms with seller financing, I can't expect the seller, the owner, to come to closing and say, yeah, I know you're going to take over, pay me monthly. Well, I got to pay $4,000 in closing to do that. They're not going to do it, right? So odds are we would have to pay their closing costs. Now, here's where I say you have to be very, very careful. Before we offer that, we need to know where this house is. If it's in the city of Philadelphia or in the city of Pittsburgh, they have a 4 and a 5% transfer tax. So a transfer tax is just transferring the deed from me to you. If it's a $100,000 house, I gotta pay $4,000 in just transfer tax, or $5,000 in Pittsburgh. That's crazy high. If you're looking at a $200,000 property in the city of Philly, you're looking at an $8,000 transfer tax plus all the other closing costs and fees, right? Because there's all the attorney fees and all the other stuff. You could pay, $12,000 pretty quickly for a $200,000 home. So even if we're buying with no money down and we're paying our closing costs and their closing costs, it still might cost us $12,000 to do it. So there are some places where I really love to do business. There's some places I try to avoid like the plague due to their unfriendly real estate practices those cities and towns have, right? There's some, like in New York, which you would think the complete opposite. You think we'd get taxed to the living snot out of New York. It's $4 for every 1,000. So a $100,000 house here, we're paying like $400 in transfer tax. It's easy. You guys pay, in Pittsburgh, $5,000, what we pay $400 for the same price house. So these are the just things to look about. If you go outside the city and you're in smaller towns, it's a different category, different situation. So that's why we do focus time in Philly, because we could also wholesale houses too. But also Philly, you need to have your real estate license to wholesale a house. So they do have some really funky restrictions in some of these areas. So part of all of us working together is we're going to kind of, get you up to speed on a lot of things that we've learned, either the good or hard way. So then you don't have to go through those same challenges. So that's why when we look, I love getting a little outside the city limits of Pittsburgh, outside the city limits of Philly, everything the rest of the state. We got all of New York State. We're in now a few other states too. So therefore, because the real estate practice we like, we've got great attorneys. I got a connection yesterday with Desuro that we'll have an attorney that could close in any state in America now.